will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers return team didn't help matters out much there. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give to the back. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fast motion in the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense there slowing down that jet sweep. And a big key was the defensive end containing the play, forcing the receiver to cut back inside to where all the traffic was.
Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young. The Bosa's Jim's still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to get to him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch here. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense has the ball for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do. And you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Henderson. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Let's see what they do on third down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punt to win that. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Ooh, that's one of those when you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense, glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
The Huskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for, but a flag is on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Irvin. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 40. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Shoots it to the left. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
And the Buckeyes will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll try the left side. Bulls his way forward. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Looking for a crease. It's Irvin. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Looking left. He's got it. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Quick strike complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on second and short. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
They want to just keep throwing it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. They'll run for it on fourth down. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's one. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Raiola. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. They'll run play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. It is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they put the field goal on something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much...
Makes the catch on the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to throw, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
And the Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back, you got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Give to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Let's see what they've got on second down. Gonna run it. It's Henderson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Wants to throw. It's Howard. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Live by the blitz, get hit with a chunk play on the blitz too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that.
Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Motion from the offense. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State! They take the lead with the 6. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He's got an open man. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He'll pull it on the read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Out of the shotgun on third down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got a man, it's Fedot. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the D does it again. I feel like it's a repeat. We could play that over and over today. They've had a great game against the pass, against the run, limiting the big plays, and they do it again. Just watch them where they're supposed to be. They're physical. They don't give up a lot of tackles, a lot of yards after the tackle. Just a great performance by this D.
With the catch, it's Fedot. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, I don't think the defense was expecting one on that last 4th and 2 play. Good job by the offense keeping them off balance with that play call.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. Back to throw, it's Raiola. And it's picked off. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Working the middle, it's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This is an offense that obviously practices 2-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry up. Wants to throw on third. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Tackle is made after the first down.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Irvin. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Second and 10 after the previous play. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Got his man on the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
He'll just keep slinging it. Snags it. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Offense getting set for first down. The quarterback takes a knee.